Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you back today for a new pick a card reading. I hope that all of you are doing amazing today and having a wonderful day. So this reading today is meant to reach you guys 25 days before your life starts to change. So we'll be seeing what is the message for you and what are the changes that you can expect in your life. We have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Please feel free to choose any pile that you feel most drawn to, and then you can skip to the timestamps which are in the description box, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hello my beautiful pile number 1. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be a reading for today about the message that is meant to reach you guys 25 days before your life starts to change. So pile number 1 for your card today, you guys felt drawn to card number 1. You have this beautiful card here. And for your stone, you have the turquoise stone for today. So this is going to be your reading. And welcome pile number 1. Let's get started with your message for today and let's see, what do you need to hear 25 days before your life starts to change, and what kind of changes are going to start to happen in your life. So today I'm going to start the reading with an angel number card, and let's see what is the message for you. Spirit guides and angels, please give us guidance for pile number 1. What message is meant to find pile number 1 25 days before their life starts to change? We do have number 333 on the bottom of the deck, and I'm going to take this one as well because it might be a sign for some of you. Maybe it's a number that you have been seeing, or if you see this number, then this can indicate that the change is coming closer and closer to you. And we also have 25 with I am generous. So let's read these 2 cards. First, we have here, you have a heart of gold and are very skilled at maintaining balanced, stable relationships. You are loyal to your loved ones and you're able to be the nurturer, protector, and provider all at once. So first thing, I'm seeing something about your energy is going to change, pile number 1. Something about your energy I'm feeling is shifting towards almost you're starting to become like this kinder, more generous person, and it's going to start to like vibrate such positive energy in your like aura, in your surroundings. Hence you start to attract much better things. And I feel that over the next 25 days, a lot of you, you're also going to see a lot of improvements in your relationships with your friends, with your family members, maybe with your community, your co-workers. I feel like something about your relationship is improving here. Not just, it could be talking about one specific person, right? But I feel in general, your relationships are improving because of your state. I see that your internal state will start to improve over the next 25 days. And this will reflect your relationships because you're feeling more at peace, you're feeling in harmony with yourself, and you feel satisfied with yourself. You're going to start to become almost kinder and nicer to everyone around you. And I just see your circle of people starting to thrive, which is so amazing. But we also have 333, I am powerful. You're being called upon to your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truth and be a positive light to others. I feel like this is exactly what I was saying, you know, be a positive light to others. It's almost like you guys are finding so much internal peace over the next 25 days. And you know, when we feel whole, when we feel at peace, when we feel in harmony with our mind and our body, it's so natural that everything around us starts to be good as well, because it all comes from within. And if we are a light, we light up the world, only positive things will be drawn to us. So pile number 1, you will find eternal peace and harmony, balance in the next 25 days. And this will bring so much improvement to your life. I'm almost seeing like the people who are surrounding you are positive, the circumstances around you are positive, the events that are happening around you are positive. And I feel like you're just going to start to vibrate so much lightness, so much bright energy as we see here, you know. Perhaps it's coming because you're starting to live in your own truth. Maybe prior there was some kind of frustration for you, or like some kind of friction in your energy because you weren't living in your truth, because you guys maybe weren't being in the most authentic state. But as you start to be who you are, I see this frustration almost going away, because you know, when we're not living in our truth, we feel a bit caged. But once we are authentic, we feel free and all of this tension is gone. So naturally, everything around us just starts to become more light, more vibrant. And I feel like this is the kind of change that you're currently undergoing. And I feel, you know, if you see any of these numbers, these are a sign that you're in the cycle of change, right? In the phase of the change happening. It's also a reminder that you are a powerful being and that you are a kind and generous being as well. Let's see, what else do you need to hear 25 days before your life starts to change? So on the bottom of the deck, we have embrace what is. And this is such a powerful state, because once we embrace what is, it almost gives us this power to, you know, change the future, I want to say. I don't know if I can really say change the future, because the future is not set, right? The future is ever so changing. But I feel there is so much power into acknowledging something in the present moment, or just embracing that, you know, embracing the situation as is, instead of like running away from it or trying to unsee it almost, right? I feel like embracing gives us so much power to, okay, accept that this is what it is, but it doesn't have to be this way forever. So I see you almost having this moment of a conclusion that it is what it is, but I can move on and I can bring positive change in the future instead of reflecting on the past, right? We also have here fail abundantly. That is so beautiful. Fail abundantly. Just as we had that card of embrace what is, you know, maybe some of you have been experiencing certain failures in the recent past. And this card, fail abundantly, is, you know, it's kind of giving us a message to use our failures in the right way, and don't see them as failures, but as opportunities to learn and to improve. And if something didn't work out, if something didn't go the way that you planned it was going to go, there's certainly something that you can take away from that situation and you can implement in your next try in order to make it better. And this is a constant thing that you can be doing until you get it right. So I feel like the universe is here to remind you guys, if you had some kind of failure in the recent past, use that opportunity to learn and try again, right? Just embrace what is. You know, if something didn't work, embrace it. Okay, it didn't work. It's not the end of the world. We can try again. And fail abundantly is saying, you know, fail but in an abundant way, in the way where you still gain knowledge. That's how I'm seeing that card. Let's see, what else do you need to hear 25 days before your life starts to change? Oh my God, we have breakthrough. Guys, I feel like I'm seeing over the next 25 days, if you keep up this cycle of trying, learning, you know, it's like, it doesn't work. Okay, what can I learn from this? Let's try again, implement the knowledge. If you keep this up in the next 25 days, you're going to reach a breakthrough. And I see why your relationships are going to improve, because for some of you, maybe your relationships have been suffering in some kind of way, or maybe they have been in the back burner because you kind of needed time to figure yourself out, or you needed time and space to figure a situation out that you're currently going through. And when we're in this kind of moment, we do need to give that to ourselves. So some of you, maybe your relationships have been kind of on the back burner, but also some of you could be bringing light to a community, such as if you have an online presence, you could be having a breakthrough and bringing light to other people's lives with your conclusions. So if you guys keep up, if you keep up this, trying again and constantly learning, constantly evolving, you will reach a breakthrough in the next 25 days. We have cleansing, which is beautiful because cleansing is, the energy of restoration. So if things have been feeling a bit heavy, especially with this dark color here, I feel that is being cleansed. That kind of maybe negative energy that you have been experiencing is cleansing over the next 25 days. And we have bigger pictures. So this is so wonderful. What leads to breakthroughs is, I feel, being able to see the bigger picture. Because if we're constantly experiencing almost like this halt, or not being able to move past a certain point, or we're feeling frustrated, it's usually because our perspective is so narrow. We just can't see past what's right here, and that can really keep us stuck. But there is something about the next 25 days where your perspective is changing as you fail. Don't see this in a negative way, but let's say as you fail, you will learn more, and your perspective is going to just start to expand, and you're starting to get the bigger picture, and eventually that leads to a breakthrough. So I feel like you're also being encouraged to be patient with the process of learning, and be patient with the process of figuring things out. Okay, pile number one, let's see what else. Let's get a few tarot cards for you to see if there's another message for you for the next 25 days. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles, and I feel like this is encouraging you to release this stubborn energy. I feel there needs to be almost this energy of being free, being open-minded. We have the Four of Wands. So more stability is going to come in the next 25 days. Something is becoming more stable. And I feel that, again, as you guys learn along the way, something is becoming almost more concrete. And if before it felt like uncertain, I see it's going to start to take its shape. So we have the Death card here, and we also have the number 13. So you have almost the Death card twice. And I feel like there is this phase that's coming to an end over the next 25 days where maybe you weren't feeling like you were being yourself. You felt stagnant. You couldn't reach a breakthrough. You couldn't move past a certain point. I feel like over the next 25 days, you're going to undergo major transformation. This reading is meant to find you when your life is going to start to change. And the Death card is exactly about things changing. Something is ending. It's almost like an ego death. And with the Four of Pentacles, I got that message of not being stubborn, right? I feel like a lot of times the ego can give us that narrow perspective, can hold us in the same place. So I do feel like you're experiencing almost this ego death over the next 25 days that is going to push you guys closer to a breakthrough. So we have the Hierophant. Yeah, you're becoming connected with your higher self. I feel like prior there was like this ego battle within you, but I feel like that's coming to an end. And with the Hierophant, you're also going to find the key to your breakthrough over the next 25 days. Because the Hierophant is all about the inner wisdom. It's all about the key that we hold within us. And as you guys start to release the ego and you connect more with your higher self, you'll be able to find the key to your breakthrough. And we have the Five of Swords, which is all about, I just heard the word turmoil. And I feel like a lot of you are going to be able to move on from the past. Or, you know, with this fail abundant card, I keep going back to that, but I feel that it's because some of you maybe have been having a hard time with accepting your failures. And I just want you to know that that is the most natural thing that happens to everyone. And I know that maybe with social media nowadays, it's easy to compare yourself, like, why is this person succeeding, but I am not, right? And we just don't see other people's failures nowadays. I feel so much so it's almost become like this: if I don't get it right the first time, it's not gonna happen ever, which is completely not true. And I feel like you guys are going to be able to embody this kind of mindset in the next 25 days, and it will really bring you to the right kind of energy, frequency, and place in order to start to manifest breakthroughs and success in your life. So you will be also successfully moving on from the past in the next 25 days, and certain kind of mindsets that have been preventing you from seeing the bigger picture in your situation. So I want to get one last card for you, pile number 1. I guess you're getting 3. Oh, look at this. We have success. How wonderful. So yeah, something is going to become very successful over the next 25 days. We do see with a breakthrough. It is going to be a process, right? A journey these next 25 days. And, you know, it doesn't, for some of you, you might even reach the breakthrough sooner. But for others of you, if you're noticing that maybe you're having some sort of failures, see them as a sign to learn, right? This is where this reading comes in. See them as a sign to learn, as a sign to improve. We have dream, have a cup of tea in the garden, and find yourself in a good book. So I feel like you're gonna have success in regards to your dreams. So this is something that you feel passionate about, something that you're looking forward to. Wow, we have beginnings. Don't be afraid to start small. So exactly, I feel like, you know, sometimes, although I am a believer that there are no limitations to us, right? There is no limitations to the human mind and to our spiritual being, but sometimes it's maybe better to start small. And maybe some of you have been getting a bit far ahead of yourself here, and this is what has been causing that kind of disappointment or not feeling satisfied with the results. But I feel like focus on starting small and focus on the small steps, because at the end of the day, it's the small steps that make the big dreams come true, right? And we also have breathe. So everything is gonna be fine, guys. Slow down and contemplate the tea, violets and ivy tangled around the eaves. So slow down a little bit, right? No rush. I feel like sometimes when we rush things, it's when we get a bit frustrated, we get a bit lost. And I just feel that over the next 25 days, almost like approach the situation in a paced way, slow down, you're not in a rush, you're gonna get it right. But at the end of the day, I feel like there is some kind of breakthrough, some kind of conclusion that you're coming to in the next 25 days. And this will really allow you to almost start fresh, right? We have the card of endings and we have the card of beginnings. So clearly there is almost like this transition happening for you. But pile number 1, I feel like that's what I have for your reading today. I hope that this resonated with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. If you guys felt drawn to this pile, then this is going to be your reading for today about the message that is meant to reach you guys 25 days before your life starts to change. So pile number 2 for your card today, you guys feel drawn to card number 2 here. Very beautiful. And for your stone, you guys have the red stone. So welcome to your reading, pile number 2. This is going to be your pile and your message for today. And we're going to get started with your reading right away. Let's see, what is the message that you need to hear right now, 25 days before your life starts to change? And in what kind of way things are going to be changing for you, right? So I'm going to start with an angel number card for you, pile number 2, and let's see. Spirit guides and angels, can you please give us guidance and messages for pile number 2? What is the message that is meant to find them 25 days before their life starts to change? Oh, we have 8 on the bottom of the deck. I am successful. I am taking this one as well, because I'm seeing already a connection between these 2 cards. Let's see. First, you guys got the number 30 with I am imaginative. You are an original, innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. You have a great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. I'm seeing and I'm hearing something about your influence over the next 25 days. Your influence in terms of the way that you express yourself. And a lot of you maybe who are drawn here, you might be sort of like a creative, maybe an artist, and that's the way that you express yourself with your words, with your creation, with your art. But I feel there is something about the next 25 days where this is going to be significant. Almost like your imagination, your ideas. It feels like to me, you will be having an amazing time for creation over the next 25 days. Like, you're getting so many original ideas, might I add, like original ideas, creative ideas, ideas that people will be drawn to and that will bring you almost success and attention. So I'm seeing something about your influence. And you also have the number 8 with I am successful. Your talent for setting and reaching goals is like no other. You are self-sufficient and capable of achieving your ambition. Representing the ebb and flow, the infinite loop of creation. Yeah, definitely. I feel like the main focus over the next 25 days is going to be about creation and bringing things to life, right? It's like seeds that are planted in your mind as ideas. I see you really working on bringing them to life over the next 25 days. And this is going to have a very positive change on your life and a very positive impact, because I see that the ideas you will be bringing to life are going to be very successful. And I almost see, you know, guys, how when one thing goes right, it's like a domino effect. And that's how I'm seeing the next 25 days for you. It's like you get one good idea right and it performs really well. So you get in the setting, in the mood, in the energy of it, and then like everything that comes after that is just better and better and more successful, and it's maybe reaching more people. If some of you want to reach a group of audience, if you want to create a community of some kind, if you want to communicate to a certain group of people, you will have a lot of influence over the next 25 days. So trust your ideas, because I really feel you're kind of stepping in this, in your original energy, in your authentic energy, and I feel you'll be able to create and produce things, bring them to life that are very unique to you. And when something is unique and it's not done before in the way that you are going to do it, it sets you apart from everyone. So you become the originator, right? And that's how I'm seeing your energy. But you have like, right, such an uplifting effect on others. And I feel like whatever you're going to put out into the world is going to become successful for a reason, because it will make people feel good. And again, I feel like creation is about that, is about making people feel good, is about serving your audience, is about making your community feel together. So I see that you're going to be having a very positive time with creation over the next 25 days. And if some of you have been having a creative block, or maybe you have been feeling creatively stuck, this can be really positive for you, and it can be a positive change. So let's see, what else do you need to hear, pile number 2, for the next 25 days. So on the bottom of the deck, we have practice curiosity. And I definitely feel like some of you have been, wow, bloom like a badass. Oh, I love the cards that are coming out for you today. So I feel like some of you have been maybe having a harder time with either expressing your creativity or bringing your creations to life maybe in the recent past, and you have been feeling kind of stagnant or experiencing like this creative block, or maybe what you put out is not really communicating the way that you want it to communicate with the people and the community. And I feel like Spirit is encouraging you guys to try new things over the next 25 days. Like maybe see this time as an experimental time to do things that you haven't done before. And you know, I feel like sometimes change and doing what we haven't done before can seem a bit intimidating, but because it's like, what if it doesn't go well? Well, it doesn't really matter. Like I'm almost getting that message. It doesn't really matter. Like you can try, and if it doesn't go well, you know, you don't have to do it again. And it feels like this is going to almost like help you narrow down to what works for you. And then you can just, you know, dive deeper into that. So bloom like a badass. I feel like you're definitely starting to bloom over the next 25 days. And I'm seeing almost this energy of virality in this pile, or, you know, we have the crown again here. And did you hear the car in the background? It feels like things are speeding up. That's the message that I got. It's like things are speeding up over the next 25 days. Wow. And we also have the dove again with the crown. That is very interesting. Remember your crown, queen. Wow. Remember your crown. This is definitely a sign of you almost like having a reputation over the next 25 days. I also feel like a lot of you're going to be able to gain so much self-confidence, so much like self-belief, and I see something about your self-esteem is going to improve, and it's like you're starting to trust yourself again with the process of creation, which maybe some of you have been having these moments of doubt and like overthinking. And this is exactly, I feel like overthinking is almost the biggest thing that can cause a creative block, you know, just overthinking something. I was recently watching this video from Michael Jackson, how he was speaking about the process of creations. You know, he's such a talented individual, and he said like the worst thing a dancer can do when trying to dance is use the brain, right? It's overthink. It's about listening to the music and listening to the body. And I feel like that is what's kind of coming through for you again. It's like maybe some of you have been overthinking so much the process of creation that, you know, I feel like creation needs to happen naturally and not in a calculated way. And maybe this is what has been causing that creative block for you, but I feel like you will be able to overcome this in the next 25 days. And I'm seeing a positive shift in the way that you guys create, which is going to bring you either more viewers, more attention, maybe more revenue for some of you, or just overall a much better time with how the process of creation goes for you. And I feel like you'll be able to gain back like your confidence with the process of creation, because some of you, I feel like, maybe lost your confidence in the ability to create something, because maybe it hasn't been reaching the success you wanted. But I feel like that's going to change over the next 25 days. So let's see, what else do you need to hear? Wow, I cannot make this up, guys. Look at this. On the bottom of the deck, you have creation and you have expansion. So we see that you're going to be able to grow. You also have crossroads, which is telling me, that I feel like the biggest block you've been having with your process of creation is, again, not being able to decide or overthinking. Because when we're at crossroads, we're presented, you know, with the opportunity. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? And, you know, it's the same with creation. Like, you can really take creation anywhere you want it. You can go right, you can go left, or you can go straight. And I feel like a lot of you have been kind of experiencing this, not like, maybe it's also decision fatigue that has led you to having like kind of a stagnant period with your creation. But over the next 25 days, we see that your creation are going to start to expand. So your process of creation is going to it's going to expand, it's going to improve. We also have the key. The key, it's like you're finding the key to your creation. You're finding that one thing that works for you, you know? You're finding the key. So I feel like a lot of you have been experiencing like feeling maybe lost or feeling confused, not being able to decide with creation, with your creative process. And this is where you maybe have been feeling stagnant. But I feel like that's what's changing over the next 25 days, which I'm sure a lot of you are going to be happy to hear about. Let's get the tarot cards so that we can get some more details here for you, pile number 2. What is changing over the next 25 days? Oh, we have the Star. Wow. I am definitely seeing... Oh, and the Two of Wands. So the Star and the Two of Wands, and also the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords represents a moment of clarity, a moment of victory, and a moment of success. So this is really saying to me that over the next 25 days, a lot of you are going to start to have major clarity. Like Ace of Swords is like a moment of clarity. It's so sharp, right? It's like we're clear in the head. And this is really going to help you to reach success and victory with your creative endeavors, I feel. Now, what I'm seeing here with the Star and the Two of Wands, so in the beginning, I was talking about your influence. That's the first thing that I said, like something about your influence. And I'm seeing a lot of you starting to get international attention over the next 25 days. I really wouldn't be surprised if those of you felt drawn to this pile, you might be like either like a creative person, maybe you're online, you have an online business or something like that. If you do, this is going to be such an amazing time to get recognition from an international standpoint. Some of you might be even getting noticed by maybe companies from online, from other countries, even online, right? It could be online. It could be that some of you are starting to get recognition online because, you know, the Star is all about being in the spotlight. And the Two of Wands is also all about expansion. So I definitely feel like you're starting to shine bright over the next 25 days. So we have the Seven of Cups. And, you know, this is the card of choices, but it's also the card of the things that you want to manifest. It's like the vision that you have for yourself. And I feel like this is going to be really pivotal because there's something about your imagination that will be bringing things to life over the next 25 days. We also have the Champion of Cups. Okay, and we also have the Six of Wands. Wow. Yeah, I feel like definitely famous in the cards for you. Now, with the Champion here and the Six of Wands, I sense almost this energy of a lot of love coming your way. A lot of love for the things that you're creating coming your way. A lot of attention, recognition, success coming in your life as a result of your creations. So in the next 25 days, you're almost like, I see almost like your social status changing, or like the way that people perceive you is going to change. And I see that people are going to start to love what you're putting out there. People are going to start to love maybe the way that you dress. And a lot of you expect to receive a lot of compliments over the next 25 days. It's almost like you guys are returning to your original self, because I kind of get this energy of some of you have maybe started to get confused somewhere along the way about things. And again, you kind of lost like your moment of clarity, like your moment of who you are. But over the next 25 days, you're gaining that back, right? Remember your crown. It's like you're remembering your uniqueness. You're returning to your core. And you're going to start to just get so much attention, either publicly, online, or maybe from your circle of people, like from your friends and family. People are just going to give you so many compliments. You might get invited on more dates than usual, but I'm seeing something about like your energy changing. It's so beautiful. Let's get your last card, pile number 2. What is the last message that you need to hear? So you're getting 2 here. We do have opportunity. So again, I feel like you're attracting a lot of positive things. Wow, we have beauty. Dare to be tender and strongly vulnerable. I was just talking about how you're going to start to get so many compliments, right? I definitely feel like you're going to be in the spotlight over the next 25 days. It feels like you're shifting in the spotlight actually over the next 25 days. I feel like that's a better way to put it, because I feel you will be able to keep your spot after that, right? In the spotlight, getting the attention, right? Bloom like a badass. Definitely, I feel like something about your beauty is also improving. And we have present, journey into the garden to escape the 2 eternities, the past and the future. So I feel like the universe is also calling you guys to be in the present moment, because the present is the most powerful place and time we can be in, because it's all created in the present. You can't create from the past, you can't create in the future because you're not really physically there. All we have is the present moment, and once we understand this kind of concept, life becomes very beautiful, I find. And if some of you do not grasp this concept right now, I feel you'll be able to come to it in the next 25 days, and you'll be able to realize the importance of the present moment, the importance of each second that we experience as we go about our life. And I feel like a lot of you are also going to find a lot of beauty in the present moment, a lot of opportunities in the present moment, right? And this is going to shift your mindset so much in the right way. So pile number 2, I feel like that is the message that I have for you today. I hope that this resonated with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be your reading for today about the message that is meant to reach you guys 25 days before your life starts to change. So pile number 3, for your card today, you guys felt drawn to card number 3. You have this beautiful card here. And for your stone, you guys felt drawn to the dark blue stone. So welcome to your reading, pile number 3. I hope that you're doing well today. Let's get started with your message, and let's see, what do you need to hear 25 days before your life starts to change? So I'm going to start with an angel number card for you, and let's see what is the message for you. Spirit guides and angels, please give us guidance for my beautiful pile number 3. What is the message that is meant to reach pile number 3 25 days before their life starts to change? Okay, on the bottom of your deck, we do have 555 with I am optimistic. So I already love this because number 555 is the number of change. All right, and this is maybe a number that you guys are going to start to see soon. Maybe you have been seeing this number everywhere. And when you do, know that this is a reminder from the universe that you are attracting this kind of change in your life. So on the card, it says a major shift is about to come into your life experience and change your path's direction. Be open and stay positive. So this is indicating that over the next 25 days, positive changes are coming in your life. You know, it's like this moment of a shift, a major shift that is going to come in your life, and it will change your life experience for the better. So let's see the other card. How can we connect these two? Wow, we have 7-7. I am brave. It's time to move on from the old patterns. Wow, so speaking of change, it's time to move on from the old patterns, habits, and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. Now is the time to be bold and brave. Wow, this is such a powerful message, guys. I love it because you know, over the next 25 days, I feel like a lot of you will almost have this courage to pursue the path of your dreams, of your ambitions and your goals. Whereas prior, maybe some of you were stuck by your fears, maybe your limiting beliefs, could be not having the courage to do something and not having the courage to begin or take a leap of faith of some kind. But I see you becoming so brave over the next 25 days and taking a different direction in something. It's like your life is completely going to have a turnaround over the next 25 days because, you know, especially have major shift, and changing the direction of your life is nothing small, right? It's a major thing that will impact your life, a major event that will impact and bring major change in your life. And choosing this new path for yourself, which can be something such as maybe choosing a different career path to pursue, choosing a different business to start, choosing to move on from certain people. But it can be also something, in our eyes, this might seem small, but I feel it's the biggest factor, which is letting go of the fears, you know, letting go of the anxiety, letting go of the limitations that we put on ourselves, and finally pursuing a path freely. This is also something major that you can decide to do that will bring so much positive change over the next 25 days for you. Let's see what else, pile number 3. How is your life changing over the next 25 days? Remember your crown, queen. Wow. So it's like you're almost, you know, returning back to your core, returning back to that highest, most powerful version of yourself. Wow, the dragonfly, trust your wings. And you have the number 2, which is a number of alignment. So I see you guys really aligning yourself in the right direction over the next 25 days. There's something about the direction of your life that's changing for the positive. And the card Trust Your Wings is here to remind you to trust yourself, to trust your own wings, and that they will take you to the exact destination where you set yourself to be. It's also a reminder that you have so much power in the way that your life turns to be, right? In the way that you have the power to take certain actions, you have the power to start believing in yourself, you have the power to change your mindset and align yourself towards the right path for you. So also the dragonfly is about transformation. And I feel like the direction of your path is transforming over the next 25 days, and you're stepping into a more aligned path. Wow, follow your bliss with the number 11. You're getting so, look at this. We have 555, we have 77, we have number 2, we have number 11. So many, you know, signs in the numbers for you, and maybe numbers are something that are going to be there to guide you in this change of paths that you're going, because it does feel like it's a major shift that you will be, maybe it's a major decision that you're making, it's a major life change that you're deciding to take upon. And when you see these numbers, it's a sign from your angels that you're moving in the right direction, that you will be protected and you will be aligned towards your highest good. Now follow your bliss and trust your wings. This is here to remind you to do what you feel like you're meant to do what feels right from your core, right? We had that card to remember your crown. So remember who you are originally, and go back to that state, go back to that, you know, person, and follow the right thing for you. I feel like your message for the next 25 days is to follow the right path for you, and maybe not what other people think is the right path for you, but follow your path. And we also have expect a miracle. So do you see what's going to happen if you decide to be brave, if you decide to trust yourself? I almost see you guys, like, you're going to make this change, right? You're going to have this change of direction over the next 25 days. That's why this reading is finding you. And it's also here to remind you that you are ready for this change. Some of you have been maybe holding on to it or not partaking in it. But I feel this is a sign that you're ready to have this change of direction in your life and to let go of the hows and whens and the fears and the limiting beliefs and what if it doesn't work. You're being asked to trust yourself, to follow your path, and just expect the miracles to start flowing in. I feel like it's going to be such like a magical time over the next 25 days for you that you will be experiencing. And there will be a major miracle, a major reward for you choosing your path, for you choosing to trust yourself. It might feel like a risk, right? It might feel, for some of you, might feel like you're doing something out of your comfort zone, or you're doing something that maybe is like a leap of faith. But in the end, we see that it's going to work out. Like, the message is so clear, you know, if you trust yourself and you follow your bliss, you follow your own unique path, you will be rewarded in the end, right? We see that message so clearly for you. What else do you need to know, pile number 3, for the next 25 days? Yeah, we have breakthrough. So you will come to a breakthrough over the next 25 days. I feel the kind of breakthrough this is regarding the direction of your life. There might be even like a very special, specific breakthrough at the end of the 25 days, because we do have the miracle, expect miracle. So you will come to a breakthrough over the next 25 days. Whether it's personal breakthrough within yourself in the way of like self-discovery, or in an event that is going to bring so much success to you, either way, you will have a breakthrough over the next 25 days. So we have lucidity. This is here to remind you to be in a dream state over the next 25 days. Like, I'm almost getting this message for you to be optimistic, be in your dream state, and just think of the positive constantly. Think of the positive outcomes that can come out of you redirecting and aligning yourself to this path. We have journey. So yeah, you are stepping in a new journey. Definitely. And we have spirit guides. Okay, so with the spirit guides, and we have the number 2 again, I feel that over the next 25 days, you will be highly guided by your spirit guide. Since you guys, you know, here's the thing I've noticed, a very major synchronicity from doing tarot for so long and from reading for other people and also reading for myself. When we are ready to take a new direction in our life, to start a new journey that might feel a bit, you know, overwhelming, or it takes courage from our side to do so, I find that these are the moments when we're most guided, and these are the moments when true miracles happen, right? When, you know, whenever we're in need of help or assistance, randomly people show up, randomly things work out in the most like unconventional ways, right? And I feel like these cards are here to remind you that your spirit guides will be guiding and supporting this new journey that you're starting, as long as you decide to, right? Because you still have the free will. You still have the free will to make your own decisions in your lifetime. And if you decide to be courageous and take this step forward, take this turn in a new direction, which it feels like it's something that you guys want to do, but what has been preventing you is maybe not having the faith and not trusting yourself enough. if you decide to take this leap of faith, know that you will be divinely guided on this journey. You will be heavily watched over by your spirit guides. They will be here to guide you, to assist you, to send people in your life, resources in your life that will help your journey. So let's see your tarot cards. I think I'm going to take only 3 today, so let's maybe get 1 more. Okay, I guess you're getting 4. A lot of cards are coming up today. So we have the moon here. So the moon is here to remind you to trust the path forward. Although it seems uncertain, and I do sense that from the energy, since it does feel like you will need to have some kind of courage to step into this journey, pile number 3, the moon is here to remind you to trust the path. This is kind of the card of trusting the process. And, you know, we don't have everything figured out yet in the beginning, and we don't really know how exactly we're going to get to where we want to be. But we need to just trust and move along and figure things out as we go. So trust the process is something that's coming up for you here. So we also have the Champion of Pentacles. So this might be regarding your career. Okay, so this is the Knight of Pentacles, and some of you might be deciding to maybe pursue a different career path, right? We also have the Bees. And the bees, we usually associate them with the work. So I don't know if some of you are maybe feeling like you need to journey yourself onto a new career path, or maybe make certain changes about the direction of your career. You know, it can be something like you still want to keep up the same field, but maybe you want to go back to school. Maybe you want to change your workplace. Maybe you completely want to change your job. Maybe you want to start a business. If you want to make certain adjustments to what you're currently doing, whatever feels right for you in this time about your career, do it. You are being supported. You know, there is the uncertainty, I'm not gonna lie, but trust the process, because in the end it will work out. Yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant. Beautiful. And we have the Ten of Wands. Wow, so I feel like a lot of you have been experiencing some sort of like overwhelming energy about your career, whether there is just so much work that you need to do, you feel like you have so much responsibilities, or it might be the heavy weight of having to deal with maybe an unfulfilling career. Okay, but it does feel like you have been experiencing some kind of weight here. Just know that you are being supported to move forward in your career, to make adjustments, to make changes. We do have the Hierophant here, which I'm seeing this card in 2 ways for you. The first thing I'm seeing is that you have the support from the higher source. And the second thing that I'm seeing is that you will be able to find the answer you have been looking for in the next 25 days on how to escape a certain cycle that has been difficult and unfulfilling about your career. So let's get your last card. Wow, so many cards fell on the ground here. So these are the 2 cards that fell on the ground for you. And on the bottom of the deck, we also have grow. All flowers must grow through dirt. All right, so that is such a beautiful message. And I feel it's a beautiful way to end your reading, pile number 3. Because I feel over the next 25 days, you will have your moment of growth. You know, sometimes do you know what I got with this card is I heard, in the dark, I grew. That's the first thing that I heard when I pulled out when this card came out, when I saw it, is in the dark, I grew. And if some of you have been experiencing the recent period of your life to be maybe a bit more like you're in the dirt, right? This is where the seeds are planted, and this is where the seeds establish their roots. And in due time, they will have their time of sprout. They will have their time of growth. And I do want to say that it is coming in for you over the next 25 days. So I'm not going to lie, it does feel like maybe you have been experiencing some kind of heavy energy here. And being in that underground process, requires, a lot of trust and a lot of patience, but I feel like you grew a lot. You were able to maybe establish solid roots, find yourself, and now you're just ready for this new direction that you're about to take. We have hidden depths. You only see the surface, look beyond. So maybe right now you're just kind of seeing the surface. You're not seeing beyond what is able to happen for you because of certain limiting beliefs and certain restrictions. And I feel like Spirit is saying to see beyond what you can't see. It's almost, I'm getting this message of being able to see through time, right? Being able to see that through the process you will be able to get to your moment of success. And we have courage. When picking roses, don't fear the thorns. Wow, such a beautiful message. When picking roses, don't fear the thorns. And, I feel like some of you, maybe what has been holding you back into taking a new direction is perhaps the fear of maybe, something not working out and something not going the way that you planned it to go. But it's just a part of the process, it's a part of the journey. And I feel like having such expectations of no failures at all and no redirections at all, it's a bit limiting itself, right? And I feel there just needs to be more openness from your side to learn, to go along the path and figure things out as you go. I feel like you will be okay. That's what you need to hear. Some of you just need to hear that you will be okay to take this path. And Spirit is here to remind you and also to have courage. The more we have courage, the less mistakes we make. And trust yourself. Trust yourself that you'll be able to figure it out. Have the courage to go on this journey, pile number 3. I feel like with that, that's what I have for you today. And I hope that this reading resonated for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.